Hi, I'm gonna make a process vlog today just to share a little bit more about myself, the process, and what I've walked in the past 8 years with Desteni. Now, what I find surprising is that even after 8 years of being with Desteni and pushing through resistances and moving myself beyond my limitations, I'm still nervous to make videos. That is so fascinating to observe, and it's 8 years of this same pattern that's been coming up, the same experience of when I make a video. So I've asked myself many times, why am I nervous? Why do I not enjoy or just find it natural to make a video? What is it inside of me that comes up when I make a video? So I'm looking at the point, and there's multiple dimensions to such a point of making videos. For starters, it is related to what am I gonna say? It is related to how am I gonna look? It is related to how's people gonna receive me? It's related to, am I gonna say the right things? Is it gonna be supportive? Is it gonna be good enough for people to listen to and to find entertaining? But what I realized is that it's not about entertainment. It's not about how others are going to see me as an image. It's not about any of those points. It's about who I am and what it is that I have to share. So I've taken off about an hour now to sit down and just make videos and to just talk to the camera. Because at this moment I'm just talking to a camera. There's no one else here. It's just me and the camera. Eventually I'll upload a video and there will be 20 views, 30 views, 50 views, 100 views maybe. Okay, that's just to show how many people is gonna see it. So I might as well have sat in a room with 100 people and talking to 100 people, if that's 100 people watching my video. And what would I like to share as myself? Not as a image I'm projecting or as a alternate ego, but if there was 100 people in front of me right now, who would I be? And how would I share myself? What would I say? How would I act? How would I behave? Because I cannot let that change on the camera. And I have done many presentations in my life to groups of people, of up to 50 people. 30, 50, 20, 15, depends. I've done the biggest presentation in front of 1,200 people. And those were easy. I had no problem doing those presentations. But when it comes to the camera, for some reason, I'm still nervous. So I'm checking what is this nervousness. And it's because I find that I am by myself. I'm alone. And when we are alone, it's easy for the mind to take over and where we can change. But when you're with other people, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be true to yourself, because they're going to hold you real time accountable for what you're saying. And they're going to question you for what you're saying. So it's very important, I find, to just be true to myself and to not attempt to make anything more. So that's what I'm integrating right now with making this video here. And I'm also just relaxing, just getting myself into this seat over here, and finding myself to be comfortable, because this isn't really my setup. I wouldn't necessarily make my videos here, but it's the only place that it's quiet. It's the only place that I can't sit down and do a video on the farm. Everywhere else there's dogs, there's parrots, there's barking, horses making noises, people talking, meetings happening. There's a lot of things happening everywhere here on the farm. And And specifically in my house, my son, he is consistently busy, so there's no way that I can make a video there. If you're there, he wants your attention, he wants you to help him with something, focus with something, or he might be screaming, crying. You know how it goes with children. So for me to have the studio for a little while is something that I have to arrange and to make time for. But now I've also used that as an excuse to not push myself, because look, there's no time. I just can't do it. I'm busy with my son, I'm busy with a project, I'm busy with a buddy, I'm busy chatting, I'm checking assignments. You know, there's a lot of things like, or I have to go out, I have to go to a meeting, an appointment, I have to do all these other things, and I just have this one point in my head that remains an excuse, a justification, which is that I have to arrange time, you know, I have to make that time, and to sit down and make videos. And I can do that. You know, there is that possibility of arranging things in my reality differently. You know, in my off time, let's say my off time is an hour and a half, and I would have spent that off time working on extra projects or creating crafts or working in the garden, because yeah, you have to maintain an entire farm, which is not to be taken lightly, because your fences, you know, if you neglect things, in the long run it's going to come back to you. So I use my spare time to do those things. But what I actually need to do is take one of those days, take an hour, which I'm doing today, and dedicate it to making videos. And that's once a week. You know, I can make 5 videos, I can make 10 videos, and then I have enough videos to upload. Bernard used to tell me that it's not about having the time, it's about creating the time. And it's this creational process that I seem to struggle with, and that most people seem to struggle with. We condition ourselves to our environment and limit ourselves within our environments. So we only run within our environments. We don't actually see, how can I direct my environment? How can I direct myself within my environment? How can I set things up to happen a certain way? We believe that everything just has to naturally happen, and then I get trapped in that natural happening, and there's nothing I can do about it. And I've proven to myself so many times that I can do something about it. I can make phone calls, I can send emails, I can talk to people. But we also resist doing those things because it's more work, apparently. But this video is just to start off with a video response to Andrea Whitman as well. Something about not having enough time. It's a video he did a while back. And it's interesting to see how the point unfolds with something about not having enough time. So that's my first share. Thank you very much.